Hey guys, Lindsay here. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I am finally going to get to the last Kaleidos palette from their Futurism collection. This one is the Cyber Bronze palette. I meant to get to this one a lot sooner, but it kind of just slipped past me and then with my schedule, like you guys already know. But yes, so we're gonna do the Cyber Bronze palette today. I kind of have an idea of the look I wanna do, so hopefully it will actually work the way I'm envisioning it. So I don't remember what I did with the swatches on the last two videos. I did take swatch video clip, so I'll just put that up real quick while we chat. Just in case you've missed any of the other two or don't know about this, I'll give you a quick little detail about this palette. This is from Kaleidos Makeup. It is in stock if you're interested. You can buy them either individually or you can buy the set of all three. Individually, it's $24 per little palette, or you can get the set of all three for $59, which is what I did. It's a great deal if you ask me. And these little guys are vegan and cruelty free. So this one is Cyber Bronze. You have that same really beautiful packaging, very gorgeous. It has that kind of Pat McGrath vibe where it opens like this and you have a mirror on one side. And then here are your shadows. So this would be considered your neutral palette out of the three. You have these really beautiful kind of warm tones with this kind of mustardy yellow, yellowish brown, which I really love. And then you have this kind of bronzy color, a beautiful shimmering red, this insane metallic silver. So I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, and it's going to involve that silver as a liner, kind of like I did with my Jeffree Star video recently where I used the orange shimmer as a liner. I think that silver is really going to stand out, so I think that's what I want to do. So yeah, let's just go ahead and zoom in and get started. All right, so I have my MAC paint pot on the lid. I'm gonna start out with the shade Droid, which was this yellowy brown, mustardy brown color on a fluffy brush. And since the primer is tacky, I'm gonna first just lightly pat the color across. That's just what I prefer to do when I've got the primer tacky, is just kind of like pack it down first and then blend. It's easier to work with that way. I think I'm going to keep using this brush just so that it comes off a bit lighter, and then I'm going to go into Y2K, which is this kind of reddish brown color. And I'm going to be really light-handed again because I don't want a lot of pigment right now. I just want it to start deepening up. I'm going to focus more on the outer part for now. I'm gonna take a little bit of the Quantum shade, this first one, on a dry brush and just pack a little bit on the inner portion of the lid. I've already forgotten whether or not I liked these with a dry or a wet brush. I think I like them better with a wet brush, but for right now, I'm wanting this to stay soft. I think when I switch to the red shade though, I will go in with a wet brush. I want it to stay really light on the inner part of the lid. Okay, going at an angle like I usually do. And then I'm just gonna take my finger into the red shade, which is infrared. Get that on my finger and pack that on the lid. So again, kind of meeting it diagonally with the other shade. That's just to get the color down. I think then I'm gonna go back into Quantum, the first one, just to blend better over the top of the two. There we go. Then I'm gonna take a smaller blending brush. I'm first gonna go into Y2K, the reddish brown, and work on this outer edge, kind of just packing the color down and blending it into the red shade. I think I'm not going to go into the red with a wet brush. I wanna kind of leave it the color that it is. I think you could get it to stand out a bit more and make it darker, but I don't want to because I want that silver liner to really be the star. And then for a little last touch, I'm gonna take Carbon, which is the dark brown, just a touch right on the outer edge again, blending it outward. This might be one of those looks where I leave the lower lash line alone. Not fully decided. I think I will take a little pencil brush into the mustard color Droid. Yeah, Droid. Just take that and buff a little bit of the color on the lower lash line. I do already have mascara on, so I'm having to kind of go underneath it. So not really a whole lot going on down there, and that's kind of the way I want to keep it. I think I might take just a touch of Y2K, the deeper color, right on this outer part. Yeah, I think I'm leaving it just like that. All right, I know this looks basic, but that's the point, because now we're going to do the liner, and that is going to be the star. All right, so I am going to spray the brush with setting spray, and then I'm going to use the Silver Shade Plasma. And I'm just going to fast forward through this, but I will show a good bit of it. I'm just going to line the lash line and then do a wing. I'll probably start small, but I do want it to be a bigger wing, because when I did the orange shadow wing with the Jeffree Star one, once I added the lashes, I felt like the wing could have been bigger. So I'm going to keep that in mind, because I do want to add lashes, but I want it to really still stand out. So fast forwarding through, doing the silver as a liner. All right, so there's our wing. I really, really love that. That silver is beautiful. So I kind of like that we left the rest of the colors a little bit softer. I think it's still really beautiful. For the lower lash line, or for the waterline, I do have a silver eyeliner, but I also have a red eyeliner. Maybe I'll do a little bit of the red on the like outer part and the silver on the inner part. Okay, I ended up just taking the silver and going over the top of the red. I mean, you can still kind of see it a little bit, but this was just a red liner from Face Shop. It was their Face Shop and Marvel collection, but you can get one from like Urban Decay. This silver one is from Stila. It's called Silver Dollar. I really don't know if they still sell it, but I still have it. Yeah, that is pretty much it. So I'm just gonna kind of re-intensify the mascara on the lower lash line and add a pair of lashes, catch up the other eye, and pick out a lip. Maybe I'll actually go with a bolder lip for a change, because I know I've done a lot of nudes lately. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. So I ended up using a pair of Alien Cosmetics lashes. I did the style Spaced Out. And then for lips, as promised, I did not go with nude or just plain lip gloss. I went a little bolder. So I decided to do Jeffree Star's Designer Blood. Really love it. I haven't done a bold lip in a while. And the other thing I added that I didn't do on camera was my inner corner highlight. You could definitely just use the silver shade from the palette, but I wanted something a little bit more sheer and shimmery. So I went with one of my Collective Cosmetics highlights. I did the Thawing, which is the just shimmery white one. So if you have a shimmery white highlighter, you could do that, or you could just use the silver one and be a little light-handed, the silver shadow from the palette. But yes, overall, absolutely happy with the way that this turned out. Like I said, I had an idea in my mind of what I wanted it to look like. This actually ended up being slightly different than what I was thinking it would look like in my head, but that silver liner did not disappoint. That silver, there's just something about it. There's 3 different shimmers in this palette, but the silver is just a different formula, and it is so opaque and just insanely pigmented and beautiful. So yeah, I think it would look gorgeous just all the way across the lid, like do like a really beautiful graphic winged liner shadow look with just the silver. I bet that would look insanely beautiful. So that's it for the Cyber Bronze palette. I do want to revisit this one along with the other 2 in a future video, where I just do like all 3 palettes, a different look from each palette in one video. So maybe I will do that silver kind of eyeshadow that I mentioned, because I feel like when you're doing multiple looks, it's okay to go a little bit simpler, and I just think it would look really beautiful. So we'll see. Like I said, sometime in the future, I will do that with all 3 of the palettes. Not sure when, but sometime. But yeah, that's all for this particular palette for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.